sayang yung pinag-aral sa'yo ng magulang mo, sayang yung natutunan mo, you could have been a manager for this company, gano'n. So, hindi, but you have to do you. You become successful when you're doing the things that you love the most. Because I don't know what will happen to the market tomorrow. I don't know what will happen to the market 5 years from now. But what I do know is I can control the amount of cash that I store, the amount of cash that I put. So for me, cash is options. What I've been doing ever since is I've been trying to store money for different buckets. So meron pang recession.
Hopefully, I find also that ideal guy who would give me that sense of security.
Nako, patay ka. Sinabi mo na single ka dito sa vlog. Madami magko-comment.
Hey everyone, I'm MJ Aoki and please subscribe to Marvin Garmo's channel, Awesome Page.
For this video, we flipped everything. Instead of me asking her questions, MJ Aoki, personal finance, wealth, life coach, will ask me her questions naman. So, kinakabahan ako kasi, pag tinatanong ako ng isang sobrang yaman na tao, nakakaba. Okay, go.
So, bukod sa pag-artista,
Okay.
saan ka pa busy?
Hindi ko pa nga napagdaanan yun, hindi ko nga alam yun. Yun yung pangarap ko sana, pero I think it will never happen. Yun lang, I trade stocks every day, or at least not naman. This is a misconception about stocks that people think that you need to watch it. You need to transact daily. I watch it daily, but I have a set of rules similar to what you said. You have a process. So the only reason I will buy a stock is if my parameters, my rules will tell me to buy. So if there's no signal to buy, I'll watch it, but I don't need to actually buy as well. And then the only time I'll also sell is when my parameters tell me that I'm supposed to sell. If those are not hit, those parameters are not hit, I don't do anything. So rules lang. So the biggest discipline in stocks is not to transact, not to do anything until your rules tell you to do it. So ganun lang. I trade stocks daily. Then everything else is what I've mentioned to you. My goal is to do the things that I like, and that will be my form of active income. And then the things that I don't like, I either outsource it or I try to do, I just be a silent investor. I focus on passive income as well. So, ganun din. Like what we talked about on the first video, I fully subscribe to that why do something that you don't like to do?
Yeah.
You only have one life to live. Do something that makes you feel alive so that when you get old, you don't regret the things that that you would have wanted to be a baker, you would have wanted to be an artist, pero hindi mo ginawa kasi you got scared about people's thoughts about you, na parang they would tell you na, ba't mo gagawin yan? When I graduated from college, a lot of people told me na, ba't di ka mag-engineer? Sayang yung sinabi ng, sayang yung pinag-aral sa'yo ng magulang mo, sayang yung natutunan mo, you could have been a manager for this company, gano'n. So, hindi, but you have to do you become successful when you're doing the things that you love the most. So, yeah.
So, inspiring, right? In terms of investing,
Okay.
can you say you're an aggressive, what do you call that? Aggressive investor, or more of like a safe investor?
Here's what people don't know. What allows me to do things that a lot of people think is risky and a lot of people think that's a bit aggressive is because I store cash. So for me, cash is king. People think that what's normally thought as 6 months emergency fund, and then after that invest everything. Ako, I try to go beyond that. Why? Because I don't know what will happen to the market tomorrow. I don't know what will happen to the market 5 years from now. But what I do know is I can control the amount of cash that I store, the amount of cash that I put. So for me, cash is options. What I've been doing ever since is I've been trying to store money for different buckets. So meron pang recession. Ito true story to. I had a cash account for my wedding fund. Wala pa akong girlfriend nun. And people were laughing at me, parang, Marvin, ang lakas ng fighting spirit. Makukuha ka na.
That's a good,
kukuha ka ng wedding fund, wala ka pang girlfriend. Pero my mentality is this you prepare for it when you don't need it.
Yeah.
Because when you need it already, it's already too late.
Yeah.
So, ganun lang. I've been carrying that ever since. I've been saving up for college education ng future kid ko. Wala pa akong girlfriend nun. And ganun din. Now, yeah, I've been saving up for recession. I've been saving up for money for the market, then meron din for business, etc. So, I try to compartmentalize everything. This goes to here. So, you know what that does? If everything is compartmentalized, it looks small. When it looks small, you don't become complacent. Hala, pag madami kasi siya sa account mo, parang, ang laki na to, I've made it, parang, And then if there's a sale, parang ang dali gastusin. So my technique is to split it so that it looks small. Parang ang layo pa nito sa pangarap ko eh.
You
That's
don't
why
feel
you
complacent.
don't feel complacent, you hustle more, you invest more, you don't also spend more as well. So when I mentioned in the second video that I would budget, I've been doing that up until now. Everything when they come in, they get split into different items. Yun nga lang when
that's good. Na nakahiwalay na sila.
Yun nga lang, when I got married, wala nang pumapasok sa akin na pera. Dumadaan na lang, hindi ko na nahahawakan. So, joke lang. But yeah.
May ibang manager na.
Meron na. Totoo. I'm the CEO, but my wife's chairman of the board. So, she has override for
Nice.
everything.
Awesome. So, you mentioned kasi also you wanted to compartmentalize. So, ano yung mga items beside the marriage, education? What else do you put there?
Okay. Different things, no? Number one was business fund. So, every time I start a business, I don't want to get into debt.
Okay.
So, I put money for that business so that when opportunity comes, I just take out money from that.
Okay.
That's one. Then, I mentioned about college. I mentioned about wedding. I've been saving up also for retirement since I was in my early 20s. So I was setting aside money for that on a regular basis na rin. Then other one was car. Up until now, kahit may kotse ako kasi bakit? So that when the time comes na I need to change my car, I don't need to get into debt also to go for that car. Kasi papalitan mo rin yung kotse. Papalitan mo rin yung kotse mo eh. So the goal is when I sell the other one and then the cash that I have, I add everything, no debt also. So you prepare for that lang. Ganun. Car, business, then ano pa ba? Property, real estate. So naka-split pa yun. So property for consumption, property also that if there's a good deal for investing, probably for rental income, I split it. So every goal nandun. Travel, naka-split. So that's what I do. I put a certain amount for travel, for any other goal that I would want. So another thing that I've been doing, and I've been sharing this for the past few years, is that I created a just in case of recession fund. Meaning, I put money there so that when a recession will happen, because please remember this, it's not a question whether a recession will happen. It's only a question of when. So the best thing that you can do, you cannot predict it. You don't know what will happen, but you can create the framework that you have enough cash that should it happen, you're okay. So what I do is I keep putting money there so that when the market drops, I'll take everything. Then I'll buy either the cheapest stock I can find or I'll find the cheapest property that I can find as well. So ganun lang. And that's been my narrative ever since. And I've been doing that over and over and over and over and over again. Yun.
Yeah, I really love the discipline around the buckets. I love the discipline around just really allocating your money to make it seem na you don't have much, pero it's actually a lot. But was there ever a time in your life wherein na-deplete yung bucket mo and you have to get it from another bucket?
Okay. My goal is basically this. There's a reason why it's in that particular fund or it's a particular goal. I will only use that for that particular goal. So for example, for wedding, sabi ko sa wife ko pa to, ito yung budget natin for the wedding. We won't go above that. We won't spend more than that also. We won't take out money from retirement for the wedding. So, nadideplete ba siya? Oo, because that goal is already fulfilled. So, we use everything sa wedding fund on the time of our wedding. Kasi ito pa tekniko, if you're still single, ganito gawin mo. Kunyari budget mo for example 1 million. Sabihin mo sa wife mo budget yung 900 para pag totoo. Para pag lumampas, may buffer kasi why is that important? There will be expenses that will happen close to the date that you would not project at the start. Like for example, sa amin, yung sabi ng wedding coordinator, kailangan ng games, yung games kailangan ng prize. So biglaan yun, binigyan namin siya pera, bumili siya ng mga Starbucks GCs. So there will be certain expenses that are above and beyond what you project as well. So ganun lang yung technique doon. Always put a buffer so that ginawa ko rin sa wife ko, sabi ko, this is what we'll spend. Gown, food, video, photo, rank them.
Wow.
Based on your priority. So meaning, we won't go above, for example, napaggastos ka sa gown. Meaning probably the invitations, we don't need to put a lot of money there because you ranked it lower. So iba-iba naman yan per couple. Some kahit pangit yung photo video as long as they have good food or a good venue or a good gown. So it depends on on them. So prioritize it.
Yeah.
So ganun lang.
I love that you also mentioned I think important key here is communication with your wife and around your finances. So what is the usual bakit ka tumatawa?
Sige. It's a
So,
different question.
in terms of communicating things and financial things with your wife, and I guess a lot of people really, it's a kind of a, well, it is a very sensitive topic around couples, but it's something that couples really need to talk about. So, what secret or what would you advise married couples in terms of their finances, like especially when they're starting?
Siguro just so you know lang, siguro what I do or what happens to me, I don't think it's applicable to everyone kasi backstory. Boyfriend, girlfriend pa lang kami, binabudget ko na yung sweldo ng wife ko. Totoo. Tapos eto pa, first month pa lang namin na mag-boyfriend, girlfriend. Pinakita ko na sa kanya yung wedding fund ko. First month pa lang. At sabi ko,
Commitment.
this is, because you know how interesting was that? Goal, nakalagay na doon sa Excel sheet na kakasal kami April 2012. So parang, sabi ko, I'm putting this amount of money every month. So even if you don't put money, we will have enough exactly by April 2012. Pero first month, parang confident ako nakakasal talaga kami, di ba?
Wow.
That's the first one. Then you know what I did? Sabi ko, kung gusto mo rin magdagdag, okay lang. Pero yun, she did also. Pero sabi ko, hindi ako scam. Sabi ko, we're just gonna monitor it, pero it will be in your bank account na just in case mag-break tayo, at least tulungan ka mag-ipon. So, ganun.
Now I know.
Bakit?
Paano mo nakuha yung wife mo?
Sinabi ko sa'yo, di ba?
Kasi it gives her also a sense of security. And I guess
Kala ko sinabi mo, malabo mata ng wife ko.
Kasi I guess yung important rin when it comes to building a relationship is that sense of security. Not just in terms of love, and most also especially in terms of finances.
Okay.
Kasi you already gave that kind of, siguro very confident din, no? But I love that you are very confident and parang yung security kagad, it's there. So no wonder,
Di
why?
naman.
So Dating Tips 101 by Marvin Germo. Pakita mo yung wedding fund.
Pakita mo wedding fund. Pero, para hindi mo kang weird, you know what I did? Sabi ko, I wouldn't ask you to be my girlfriend if I don't plan to marry you someday. Yun. So, habang kinikilig siya, labas yung Excel sheet. So, ganun.
Wow.
That's a technique para it doesn't look so weird. But you asked a question about how do you budget it as a married couple. Very old school kami. Sa amin, since we're married, our finances is one. So meaning, yung pera niya, pera ko, pera niya. It doesn't matter if she's earning more or I'm earning more. Pero whatever comes in is our money. So if she's earning more, pabor sa akin yun kasi I don't even have to do anything anymore. Joke. I'm retired, joke lang. But then meaning also, since it's both our money, no hidden accounts, wala akong hidden account sa kanya, she has all the passwords to all of the accounts. Pero siguro that's why I said it's not applicable siguro to most, because even if we talk about it, as in literal, ako yung nagsiset ng budget. Ito yung budget, ito yung talk. She just follows whatever's there. Tapos, ito yung invest, this is where we put the money, this is where we save it. Nandun lang lahat. She doesn't care kung dinadayan ko sa pera, hindi na niya alam yun. So, literal.
I love that you work as a team about it. I love that you're both open and you're also willing to work around that budget. Kasi I guess, ang napapansin ko rin is pag may mga secrets na, or if somebody has to hide something from their partner, and that's where it all begins. Yung mga away na yan, bakit tinatago, then the trust, wala na yung trust. So, I'm really inspired by your relationship. And hopefully, I find also that ideal guy who would give me that sense of security.
Nako, patay ka. Sinabi mo na single ka dito sa vlog. Madami magko-comment. Talaga?
Yeah. But I guess my focus more is syempre yung value and me transforming people.
Okay.
And I'm not really attached to that aspect.
Talaga?
But if it's there, why not? So,
Nako, madami kang matutulungan. So this is a public service announcement, no? Comment below if you have any referrals for MJ Aoki.
Naging dating ano na to?
Hindi naman. Yung vlog na to, hindi lang to para sa hindi tayo pera-pera lang dito.
Yeah.
We're here to help people. So,
Wholeness, yeah.
if it helps you find love, comment below. Okay, go.
Okay, why not? Go.
Question, go.
If you feel that okay, so maliban sa relationship mo, so what about like starting a family? Like
Okay.
you mentioned about education or like investing or
Okay.
starting your college fund for your
Okay.
kids.
Uh,
So what can you say about that?
Okay, so for me, when it happens when we have kids. That will be a new season of our lives also. But I was saving that before pa. Medyo nagbabago perspective ko ngayon sa education. I'm actually thinking na pag marunong na magbasa anak ko, hindi ko na siya pag-aaralin eh. Mag-homeschool kami. Then I'll create my own subject tapos magsa-stocks na lang siya. That is if he wants to be a business person or an investor, etc. Pero if she wants to be an employee or a doctor, syempre kailangan mo mag-aral. Pero, yun.
If it's gonna be like skill based,
Yeah.
I agree that you need to like really study for that. But we mentioned about education, no, and I kind of agree as well. Na there are a lot of subjects out in school that are not really necessary. I think.
Totoo.
And siguro there are things na and I guess naging issue na rin to ngayon, di ba? Yung nawalan na ng homework and stuff. And maybe ikaw, what's your take on that?
Homework?
Yung nawawala ng homework.
I don't know. I've realized lang na you don't have to be good at school anymore. Yung difference kasi ngayon is that people thought in the 80s that the gateway for you to be successful is to be good at school. But it's not eh. So, para sa akin, and I've seen so many entrepreneurs that have been good. Kung gusto mo maging business person, pasa mo yung college. Pero it doesn't mean that you won't be either successful or not successful. For me, what's more important is your ability to work hard. Eh. That's it. Ako, I'm not the most talented. I'm really not. But I just outwork everyone. Even now, I have people who work with me, for me, that are 10, 15 years younger than me. That sila, they really need to work also for income. Pero what I do, I outwork everyone. Eh. That's how it is. It's just ingrained in me. I don't work because I need to. I work because it's something that I love to do as well. So, ibang tao kasi tingin nila sa trabaho parusa, tingin nila na, ayan, papasok na naman ako. That's why it's very, very important that you do something that you love as well.
Yeah.
So, yun. Last question. Minsan lang to, guys. MJ Aoki, biggest revelation in this vlog, single. Single, guys. Comment below.
Okay, what's next for you?
What's next for me?
Yeah.
I don't know eh. I said it kanina, no? I just like to vlog now. I just like doing the things that I like to do. Siguro having the ability to have investments allows me to have time that I get to do the things that I want. So, yun. I don't know eh. My wife, one of her biggest goals is to have a foundation where she gets to bring kids to school or parang they get to have education either for free. So, probably I'll work towards that also. But now, I like it eh. I've been focusing a lot on YouTube because for me, I think it's
The reach is like if you get yung reach mo when it comes to social media.
not just that. I think it's a space where if people who have content about business, finance don't take it, it will be taken by someone who has a more negative message. So, I do it kasi no one's doing it eh. So, I encourage you, balikan nitong vlog na to. I hope you have your own vlog na rin because it's a way for us to bring content that will help people out. What's my goal also? My wife wants to mula nung kinasal ako, nakuha ko na lahat ng pangarap ko eh. So, ano yung pangarap ng wife ko, yun na lang yung pangarap ko eh. So, she likes to travel. So, we spend a lot of time traveling also. And that's it. I'm just trying to, I don't know, influence I'm just trying to influence one Filipino at a time, I guess, to uplift their lives. That Filipinos are not meant to be poor. That they can do something for their lives.
I agree.
That's it. Yeah.
And it really we need people like you to really spread that kind of awareness and really transform people and uplift their lifestyle. Kasi we can naman eh if we want to. So Thank you. Thank you for creating this whole platform, this channel. It's so valuable and it creates so much impact on a lot of people. So yeah, just keep doing this.
Galing. So I think this will be our most successful video kasi we're with MJ Aoki, guys. This series, I hope you guys learn a lot, guys. Sobrang yaman, patas nalaman natin
Grabe.
single. So comment below. So I guess that's it, no?
Yeah.
Do you have any last words? This is part 3 of this series. Any final words for people that are trying to at least make it in life? Go.
Just be real and authentic and embrace the positive and negative side of yourself, your life, because these things will really mold you into becoming the person that would be successful and become really create something that is valuable to a lot of people. So yeah, just be real around that and at the same time enjoy and have fun because life should be fun and easy. So
Alam mo magpapa-fun dyan? If you find someone also, yun! So, I guess
Why
that's
not?
it. Yeah.
Go.
So, comment below, guys, if you have referrals. Kung may referral kayo, we have a referral program. Kung kinasal sila, 10% of the wedding gifts will be given to you. Oh, totoo. So, I guess that's it for now. I hope her story also inspired you. Link below on how you can reach her, contact her. You want to consult with her, links are down below. So, that's it for now. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So,
Hey, disclaimer ha.
Alin?
Coaching session. If you're gonna reach me, it's through coaching
Okay.
and not because of the whole relationship
Oh,
aspect.
okay. So,
Okay?
okay.
I value my time, and I want to value your time as well. And I want to make sure that I'm able to support you 100%. And let's just go if something sparks or if something happens, let's see. But my priority right now really is to help and transform people and uplift their lifestyle
Oo
through
nga.
life and wealth coaching.
Nadamay yung love life eh. So,
And dami lang yun.
Nadamay.
But
So,
again,
yeah.
results will just follow. But I'm more focused on my advocacy.
focus on the advocacy. Kayo, so sa mga mahilig mag-love life, don't contact her anymore. So, bye everyone.
Bye!